6 lucky numbers to win big and get rich. On June 29th, 2025 Buddhist teachings. Have you ever wondered why some numbers seem to show up just when you're thinking about change, luck, or new beginnings? It's easy to laugh it off as coincidence. But what if those numbers are more than just digits? What if on a quiet day like June 29th, 2025, they are actually spiritual signposts, whispering guidance, not shouting for attention? In this video, we're not just talking about lucky numbers, we're uncovering sacred symbols that carry energy, wisdom, and peace. Rooted in Buddhist teachings and universal truths, each of these 6 numbers holds a gentle power, one that speaks not to the greed for instant riches, but to the deeper fortune of a life lived in balance, clarity, and compassion. So whether you're hoping to shift your luck or simply realign with what matters, let's take a peaceful journey together through the numbers that could change more than just your bank account. They might just touch your soul. 1. Number 6. Some years charge in with noise and chaos, shaking the very ground beneath us. But 2025 arrives more like a soft morning light after a restless night, quiet, calm, and filled with promise. Yet within this gentle presence lies a deep, quiet strength that many overlook, the energy of the number 6. In Buddhist philosophy and ancient wisdom traditions, 6 is not just a numeral, it's a symbol of inner harmony, compassion, and balance. It doesn't roar like a lion, it whispers like a trusted friend, reminding us that true fortune comes not from what we chase, but from what we cultivate within. After the turbulence, which challenged us with abrupt changes and unexpected lessons, this year offers a sacred pause, a space to heal, to reflect, and to realign with what truly matters. Number 6 is like the calm center in the storm, reminding us that peace is not a weakness, but a power that guides steady growth. It speaks to the roots of our life, our health, our relationships, our spiritual clarity. As the Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without." This is the heart of 6, reminding us that abundance begins when we stop the noise and listen inward. As June deepens, you may notice gentle nudges around you, unexpected moments of kindness, choices to reconnect rather than retreat, or even a quiet opportunity that feels just right. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of guiding you through stillness. When you encounter the number 6, pause and reflect. Are you living in a way that honors your values, or just running toward the next thing? 6 teaches that a solid foundation, built on calm decisions and meaningful connections, is the true key to lasting wealth, both spiritually and materially. So instead of rushing, let yourself root. As Lao Tzu once said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." 2. Number 27. Let's talk about a number that doesn't shout, but speaks deeply. Number 27. Have you ever found yourself noticing the same number over and over again without even looking for it? Maybe it shows up on a clock when you're glancing for the time, or on a receipt, or even in a chapter of a book you open by chance. That number might be 27. It's not loud or showy, like some numbers often called lucky, but that's exactly where its magic lies. 27 is like a quiet companion who shows up just when you need a nudge of comfort or direction. Is it just coincidence, or is something more meaningful at play? Let's explore this together. In Buddhist thinking, subtle signs like this often appear when our hearts are more open or when our minds are shifting into new clarity. Number 27 combines the qualities of 2 powerful forces. The number 2, which holds the energy of empathy, harmony, and deep emotional awareness, and the number 7, which calls us into reflection, solitude, and the search for spiritual truth. Together, they create a balance between feeling and knowing, between listening inward and seeing the bigger picture. This number isn't meant to dazzle or impress. It's meant to ground you, gently guiding you toward alignment with your inner wisdom. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded again and again that wisdom doesn't come through noisite blooms in silence. The Buddha encouraged observation, not reaction. He didn't teach us to chase success or luck blindly, but to act from awareness and clarity. That's what makes number 27 powerful, not as a key to sudden riches, but as a signal that you're in tune with the flow of life itself. If you've been seeing 27 often, ask yourself, what is life trying to show me right now? What shift am I being invited to make? Let the appearance of 27 remind you to pause, breathe, and tune in. In this way, the number becomes more than a coincidence, it becomes a teacher. The lesson here? Sometimes the quietest signs carry the loudest truths. Don't overlook the soft nudges. They could be leading you toward the most valuable form of abundance, inner peace, meaningful purpose, and the trust to follow your own rhythm. 3. Number 33. Now, if you've followed along this far, there's one more number I want to share with you, one that holds a quiet power, a kind of sacred significance that whispers rather than shouts. That number is 33. Yes, 33 isn't just a lucky number. It's often called a master number, a number believed to carry the energy of spiritual awakening, deep compassion, and a higher calling. Have you ever felt like something is nudging you toward a path, not of riches alone, but of meaning? That's the kind of energy 33 brings. In Buddhist thought, we're reminded that thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. This reflects the essence of 33. It's not about what you get, but what you're here to give. The number 3 already represents joy, creativity, and expression. But when it doubles into 33, it becomes the voice of wisdom, the kind of wisdom that doesn't need to be loud, because truth often speaks in stillness. Those who resonate with this number are usually the gentle guides among us, the teachers, the caregivers, the ones who hold space for others without needing recognition. They are like bodhisattvas in disguise, helping others awaken while walking their own humble path. Now think for a moment, when has life asked you to be the calm in the storm? When have you felt that your presence alone, your silent support, made a difference in someone's day? That's the spirit of 33. And what's more curious is how often this number subtly appears in past June lottery draws. It never demands attention, but it shows up like the universe leaving breadcrumbs, inviting you to look beyond chance and see meaning in the patterns. This number, especially around the 29th of June, is not about fast luck, it's about aligned fortune, the kind that comes when your actions match your heart's purpose. When you see 33 show up in your surroundings, on tickets, or maybe even just in this message, it might not be coincidence. It might be life's way of saying, you're on the right path, keep going. So let me ask you, are you chasing wealth, or are you inviting abundance that's in harmony with who you are? Remember, in the teachings of the Buddha, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. 33 invites you to think wisely, feel deeply, and create with love, not just for yourself, but for the well-being of all. If you've made it this far, you're already aligning with the powerful energy of abundance and luck. Comment below with lucky path to affirm your belief in the blessings of these 6 fortunate numbers. Don't miss out, there's still more wisdom waiting for you. Stay until the end to fully unlock the secrets that could guide you toward wealth and success on June 29th, 2025. 4. Number 8. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to walk through life with an unshakable calm, even when everything around them is chaotic? They don't panic, they don't waver. Instead, They stand firm like a tree with deep roots, quietly grounded in something more profound than mere luck. That strength is often invisible, yet unmistakably powerful, and, in the language of universal energies, it speaks through the sacred symbol of the number 8. Number 8 is more than just a digit. It's a vibration of maturity, stability, and readiness. You don't stumble upon the number 8. You reach it through discipline, patience, and inner clarity. It's a signal that you are not merely chasing after wealth or success anymore. You're becoming someone who can hold it, sustain it, and use it wisely. Its shape, 2 circles stacked endlessly, reveals a hidden truth. Life flows in cycles, and abundance is not a one-time event. It's a rhythm, a dance between giving and receiving, between effort and grace. When you tilt it, it becomes the infinity symbol, a reminder that our energy, when channeled with intention, becomes eternal in its impact. As the Buddha once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." The number 8 echoes this principle by showing us that what we consistently think, feel, and do shapes our external reality. Number 8 grounds us not with resistance, but with resilience, offering the quiet strength of a mountain that doesn't speak, yet commands respect. In Buddhist teachings, true abundance isn't measured in money, but in the harmony of a well-lived life. It's the joy of knowing that your actions align with your values, that your inner peace isn't shaken by outer storms. In Chinese and Eastern traditions, 8 is the number of prosperity, not because it promises quick riches, but because it honors justice, balance, and karmic law. What you sow, you shall reap. The energy of 8 respects consistency, not noise, devotion, not distraction. It's a favorite of those who build quietly, serve deeply, and think long-term. If you find the number 8 crossing your path this Junine, receipts, phone numbers, or even in your dream sit, may be a spiritual checkpoint asking you, are you moving from ego or essence? Are your actions fueled by clarity or just desire? As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully said, peace in oneself, peace in the world. When your inner world is steady, the outer world responds in kind. So let 8 be your quiet compass this month. Don't chase fireworks, trust the slow sunrise. Don't wait for miracles, realize that the miracle is your discipline, your grounded focus, your daily return to purpose. Because when you move in harmony with the rhythm of 8, you're not hoping for abundance, you're living it. Stay centered, stay steady, and rise like the quiet power you are meant to be. 5. Number 14. On a date as energetically charged as June 29th, 2025, when many seek signs for wealth, change, or spiritual guidance, the presence of number 14 carries a special kind of quiet luck. In a world that often chases loud success and flashy signals, some numbers arrive like a gentle breeze rather than a storm. 14 is one of those sacred guides. It doesn't shout for attention, but whispers with wisdom, showing up when you most need inner alignment and purposeful movement. As we approach the end of June, the 6th month, known for encouraging transformation and reflection, 14 might appear in unexpected ways. A number on a receipt, a total on a bill, or even just in your thoughts. But this is no coincidence. The energy of this number is a unique blend. The 1 is your personal spark, that brave decision to move forward, to renew your journey. While the 4 offers grounding, it stands for patience, consistency, and discipline. Combined, they become the number 14, a symbol of balanced growth, ambition guided by wisdom. So, on June 29th, if you're hoping to make a leap, whether it's a financial decision, a personal reset, or chasing a new dream, ask yourself, are you also building your foundation while you leap? 14 reminds us that success built with mindfulness is the kind that lasts. It says, yes, go forward, but with clarity and care. This lucky number doesn't just point toward possible riches, it points toward the richness of doing things the right way. What will you build today that future you will thank you for? Let number 14 guide your steps, not with noise, but with the steady rhythm of inner peace and practical action. That's not just lucky, it's wise. True fortune lies not in sudden windfalls, but in choices made with intention. Let June 29th, 2025 be your day to act with both heart and structure. 6. Number 21. On this powerful day, June 29th, 2025, I want you to pause and really listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Among the 6 lucky numbers believed to guide us toward abundance and alignment, number 21 stands out not because it shouts, but because it whispers. In our busy world filled with noise and distractions, we often expect breakthroughs to come with fanfare. But true transformation, deep, spiritual success rarely makes a loud entrance. It comes softly, like the gentle light of dawn after a long, uncertain night. That's what number 21 is about. It's the quiet moment of realization when everything begins to click, not because you forced it, but because you're finally aligned. In Buddhism, there's a teaching. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. When 21 shows upon your clock, on a receipt, or even in your thoughts, it's not coincidence. It's life nudging you, reminding you that you're close to something meaningful. Why does this number matter? 2, in its essence, represents balance and compassion, the very heart of the middle way, that sacred Buddhist path that avoids all extremes. It reminds us that we don't need to shout to be strong, and we don't need to rush to succeed. Then comes OEA, call to courage, to act with mindful intention. Put them together, and you get the perfect formula for progress: harmony and boldness, patience and purpose. This is why, if you've been seeing the number 21 around June 29th, know that it's not just luck, it's alignment. It's the result of your perseverance, your kindness, and your quiet strength. Ask yourself, what have I been working toward in silence, trusting the process even when results weren't immediate? Because number 21 says, now is the time to open your hands and receive. As the Dhammapada says, drop by drop is the water pot filled. Your efforts, your goodness, have not gone unnoticed. So keep walking your path, not in fear, but in trust. And tell me, what blessing are you finally ready to accept today? The path to fortune isn't just about chance, it's about timing, intention, and belief. If you're ready to embrace this wisdom, type June 29 blessings in the comments. Stay tuned, there's more spiritual insight and lucky energy coming your way that you won't want to miss. In practicing this awareness, we not only become more compassionate toward ourselves and others, but we also build a foundation for a life that is stable, kind, and truly prosperous, not just in material terms, but in spirit. Why gratitude helps us become sustainable wealth. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract good fortune effortlessly, while others, despite all their hard work, still feel stuck in a cycle of lack? The answer might not lie in luck or numbers, but in something much quieter and deeper: gratitude. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is more than just a kind gesture. It's a spiritual state, a way of living that frees us from suffering and becomes the foundation for true and sustainable wealth. Number 1. Gratitude opens our eyes to what we already have. In our modern world, where success is often measured by how much we own or earn, it's easy to overlook the wealth that already surrounds us. Yet, this is where gratitude plays its quiet, transformative role. True wealth is not merely found in bank accounts or possessions, but in the deep appreciation of life as it is, in this moment. When we consciously practice gratitude, We open our eyes not just to what we have, but to what has always been present: our health, our relationships, a moment of peace, even the breath that gently comes and goes without effort. As the Buddha wisely said, "The one who knows they have enough is truly rich." This isn't just spiritual poetry, it's a profound truth that anchors us in a state of contentment, reminding us that joy doesn't come from accumulation, but from acknowledgement. The beauty of this practice is that it shifts our mindset from scarcity to sufficiency, from craving to cherishing. When we are grateful, we stop constantly seeking something more, and we begin to nurture what we already have: a home, our family, our talents, and our time. This mindset lays the groundwork for what I call sustainable wealth, a kind of richness that endures because it's built on appreciation, not anxiety. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants," which aligns seamlessly with Buddhist thought and reminds us that inner peace grows not from adding more, but from needing less. Gratitude teaches us to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, and as we make this shift, we find that life feels more full, more meaningful. This emotional richness then naturally influences how we spend, save, and give, creating a healthier relationship with money and possessions. And in today's fast-paced, consumer-driven world, choosing gratitude is a radical act of clarity and calm. It's like a gentle light that shines through the noise, showing us what truly matters. The more we focus on the blessings we already have, the less susceptible we are to the stress of comparison and competition. As Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Because you are alive, everything is possible." So let gratitude be your daily ritual, a quiet reminder that even in the midst of challenges, you are surrounded by gifts. Number 2, gratitude creates inner peace. When you learn to see your life through the eyes of gratitude, something powerful happens. Your heart begins to settle. You stop constantly comparing yourself to others, chasing what they have, or resenting what you lack. Instead, you start finding rest. Not in some far-off future, but right here, right now. Gratitude becomes like a soft place to land, where your thoughts aren't spinning with worry or envy. Have you ever noticed how calm you feel when you simply pause and feel thankful for what's already in your life? That moment of stillness, that's peace. And it's not the kind of peace that comes and goes depending on what's happening around you. This is inner peace. It's the kind that stays with you, like a quiet strength, even when life gets noisy or unpredictable. And it's from that steady, peaceful place inside that you start making better choices. Why? Because you're no longer operating from fear, desperation, or scarcity. Instead, you're grounded in clarity. You start to act from a place of enough, not too little, not too much. And when you act from a place of enough, your decisions carry a different weight. They are more mindful, more thoughtful, and more in line with your deeper values. Think about it: when you're at peace, aren't you more patient, more generous, more focused? Gratitude in this way doesn't just feel good, it quietly transforms the way you live. It helps you choose wisely, speak kindly, and respond with compassion instead of reacting in frustration. That's the real strength of gratitude. It makes you softer on the inside but sharper in how you move through the world. And here's something worth reflecting on. Have you ever made a decision you later regretted just because you were feeling anxious or unsatisfied? Most of us have. But when we operate from gratitude, we don't rush. We don't grab for what's not meant for us. Instead, we trust the timing of things. We trust our own growth. We trust life. This kind of trust, born from a grateful heart, has a way of attracting what we truly need, not just what we temporarily want. This is how gratitude becomes a quiet guide. It whispers, "You already have so much. You are already on your way." And this is where wealth begins, not with numbers, not with more things, but with a feeling of fullness inside. A peaceful, grateful heart is a magnet for sustainable wealth because it knows how to manage blessings wisely, share them generously, and appreciate them deeply. So ask yourself, what am I overlooking right now that I could be grateful for? How would my choices change if I started from peace instead of pressure? Remember this, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a practice. And when you keep returning to it again and again, it becomes your inner compass. It helps you find balance. It keeps you rooted. And most importantly, it shows you that you already have enough to begin building a life of purpose and peace. True wealth starts from within. A grateful heart creates inner peace, and inner peace leads to better decisions, deeper trust, and sustainable abundance. Start with gratitude and watch how your life begins to transform, one peaceful choice at a time. Number 3. Gratitude plants the seeds of good karma. Have you ever noticed how something as simple as saying thank you can shift the energy of a moment? When you express gratitude not just with your words, but with your heart, you're actually planting seeds that grow into something much deeper. According to the law of karma, every sincere act of gratitude carries energy that doesn't disappear. It moves through the world and eventually returns to you, often in ways that feel almost magical. A warm smile to a stranger, a small favor done quietly, or even a silent moment of appreciation for your own breathes may seem small, but in the language of karma, they are powerful causes for future goodness. The Buddha once said, "A disciplined mind brings happiness, and gratitude is one of the most beautiful forms of inner discipline. It trains your mind to focus not on what's missing, but on what's already present, which is where peace begins." Think about it. When you live with gratitude, you stop chasing wealth as if it's always somewhere else. Instead, you start to see that you are already rich in ways that matter: relationships, experiences, moments of quiet joy. And this mindset is what attracts more goodness into your life. Why? Because when you're grateful, you're not acting out of desperation or greed. You're giving, sharing, and receiving from a place of contentment. Isn't that the kind of wealth that truly lasts? Gratitude transforms your relationship with life. It helps you respond rather than react, to see challenges as lessons, and to appreciate the little victories. And when that becomes your default way of being, you start aligning with the natural flow of life, the Tao, the Dharma, the unseen current that carries all things toward balance. What kind of ripple do you want to send out into the world? What energy do you want to invite back? You see, gratitude doesn't just make you feel better, it makes you become better. It builds patience, generosity, and resilience. It turns scarcity into sufficiency and jealousy into joy for others. And in a world where we're constantly told we need more to be happy, gratitude gently reminds us, you have enough. You are enough. The Dhammapada teaches, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. These words are not just poetic, they are practical. They show us how to build a life that's rich, not in possessions, but in meaning. So the next time something good happens, no matter how small, pause and give thanks, not just with your voice, but with your awareness. Let that moment root itself deep in your being. Feel the joy, the fullness, and allow it to ripple outward. What would your life look like if you made that a daily habit? What kind of abundance could grow from that soil? Gratitude, after all, is not the end, it's the beginning of sustainable wealth, the kind that feeds your soul and supports the lives of those around you. And that is the heart of karma. When you honor the present, the future begins to honor you. If this message touched your heart, leave a comment below with just one word: grateful. It's a simple way to plant a seed of good karma right now. Number 4. Gratitude helps you keep what you've gained. Getting rich might be impressive, but staying rich specially in a way that brings peace, stability, and long-term happiness is a completely different challenge. Have you ever noticed how quickly some people rise only to fall just as fast? It's often not due to bad luck or external forces, but rather because they lose sight of the very attitude that could have kept them grounded. Gratitude. When we forget to appreciate what we have, we open the door to carelessness, pride, and fear. We start chasing more without understanding why, and the things we once cherished begin to slip through our fingers. But when you practice gratitude, you create a different kind of wealth that's not just about numbers in a bank account, but about emotional and spiritual balance. Gratitude helps you slow down, reflect, and treat your success like a garden that needs tending. It keeps you aware of where your blessings come from, and in doing so, you naturally take better care of them. Think about this. How do you treat something you're truly thankful for? Whether it's your health, your family, your opportunities, or your money, when gratitude is present, you handle these things with care and respect. You don't waste them. You don't take them for granted. And you're less likely to let ego or fear lead your decisions. Gratitude helps you see that wealth is not just something to hold on to, but something to honor, manage wisely, and, when possible, share with others. This doesn't mean you have to give everything away. It simply means you understand the value of what you have, and you recognize your role as a steward, not just an owner. In this way, gratitude becomes a stabilizer. It protects your mindset and keeps you connected to reality, especially when success might tempt you to drift into arrogance or insecurity. So let me ask you, what are you currently holding in your life that you may not be truly appreciating? Are you nurturing your success with gratitude, or are you letting it be poisoned by fear or pride? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary, because when you live with a thankful heart, you make choices from a place of peace, not panic. And from that peaceful state, you're much more likely to preserve what you've gained and even grow it in a sustainable, fulfilling way. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Gratitude isn't just about being nice or spiritual, it's a practical tool for wealth preservation. It keeps you mindful, humble, and wise. It reminds you to honor what you've received and to stay grounded even when life elevates you. So if you're on a journey to not just gain wealth but to keep it in a meaningful and peaceful way, start by looking within. Start with gratitude. Number 5. Gratitude builds trust and compassion. People who live with gratitude shine with a quiet kind of strength. It's not loud or boastful, but peaceful and grounded. You notice it in how they handle stress, how they respond to difficulty, and how they treat others with warmth and presence. They don't cling tightly to what they have out of fear of losing it. Instead, they trust in the rhythm of life. This trust doesn't mean they're naive. It means they've learned that life gives and takes, and yet somehow there's always enough. This is the essence of gratitude. When someone is truly grateful, they see each moment, each opportunity, and even each challenge as something valuable. The Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "When you love someone, the best thing you can offer is your presence." Gratitude makes that presence possible. It grounds us in the now and opens our hearts to others. As gratitude takes root, it naturally grows into compassion. When you deeply appreciate the good in your life, your heart becomes softer, more open, and more willing to give. You begin to recognize that others, just like you, are seeking safety, kindness, and connection. And in that realization, something beautiful happens. You want to help. You feel drawn to uplift others, not out of obligation, but out of genuine empathy. This is not a transaction. It is a reflection of our shared humanity. The Dalai Lama put it best: "Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Gratitude leads us there, not just to give to others, but to remind us that we are not alone in our journeys. This compassion also becomes a bridge of trust, whether in families, friendships, or business. People trust those who are generous without hidden motives, those who act from gratitude rather than fear or greed. Trust, once formed, becomes the foundation for lasting relationships, and these relationships are often where sustainable wealth truly begins. In today's fast-paced world, where many chase instant results and material success, we're constantly bombarded by messages that tell us we're lacking time, money, love, or status. But when you live with gratitude, you start to see through that illusion. You realize that wealth is not just about what's in your bank account, but also about the strength of your relationships, the peace in your heart, and the trust you build with others. Gratitude teaches us that what we nurture grows, whether that's love, kindness, or opportunity. And through this mindset, we stop grasping and start flowing. The wisdom of the Buddha reminds us, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Gratitude is that candle. It's what allows us to give freely without feeling depleted, to share without fear of scarcity, and to build a life of meaningful abundance. So, in the context of sustainability, not just in finances, but in life, gratitude becomes a quiet, yet powerful force. It helps us remain steady in storms, compassionate in success, and wise in decision-making. If you want to build something that lasts, whether it's a business, a relationship, or simply peace of mind, begin with gratitude. Practice noticing what's already good in your life. Let that noticing soften your heart, guide your actions, and deepen your trust in life itself. Because from that place, you don't just grow wealth, you grow wisdom, connection, and joy. Thank you for joining us on the journey of wisdom. As we've seen today, lucky numbers are more than symbols of fortune. They're gentle reminders of balance, purpose, and inner peace, as taught by Buddhist wisdom. If any of these numbers spoke to your heart, trust that it's not just about chance, it's about alignment. Let them guide your choices, ground your dreams, and invite a deeper kind of abundance into your life. If you found meaning in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the powerful teachings and insights we share in the coming days. Until next time, may your path be peaceful, your heart be grateful, and your fortune be filled with wisdom.